Welcome to another episode of Just Next Door, where we bring you the latest on what is happening in Philadelphia.
From local nonprofits to the tastiest spots to eat in the city.
So sit back, kick off your shoes, and take a tour of Philly with us, and let's discover what's just next door. Hello everyone, welcome to Just Next Door. On today's episode, we'll be visiting several restaurants including Jefe Taco and Euros. I'm Don Vesper.
And I'm Eliani Cruz. We'll also be traveling to local tourist hotspots and checking in with Philly nonprofits. We'll also have the founder of Dark Humor Entertainment, Matthew Warby, as our guest today.
To start off, we're going to go on an excursion to the local Animal Care and Control Team, or ACCT. We will check in on the Ferry residents because who doesn't love dogs?
I know that I love dogs. I recently had the chance to meet Chance the Roofer during my visit to the ACCT.
Well, after recent funding struggles with the city, the ACCT is hoping to find forever homes for their animals. As living conditions continue to be a struggle for the pets, for those looking for a new best friend, let's take a look who is living just next door.
West Hunting Park Avenue is home to Philly's Animal Care and Control Team, where they handle more pets than any other animal shelter in the region, and they're open for adoption and life-saving each and every day of the year.
So Act Philly is the only open intake shelter in Philadelphia, meaning every stray, every lost and kind of abandoned animal, every owner surrender, they come through here first.
Although the ACCT has more animals than they can account for, the relationships with various shelters throughout Philly allows them to make sure a home is provided for the pets along with specific needs.
Rescues these are other nonprofit organizations surrounded, developed to do animal welfare, but they're not necessarily open intake shelters. So they can say no, or they can choose what gets brought in, or put animals into foster care where they can get more specific care than sometimes we can provide. So those partners take a lot of our problematic animals, or animals that have some illness that just needs to be recovered, that's better served not at the shelter, some behavioral issues. We've transferred out thousands of animals to these rescue partners, those are all lives saved, because these are all, they're there until they're adopted out, which is amazing. But we take in about 18,000 animals a year.
The mission of finding these pets homes is the reason why this organization is ran so well. The ACCT has the animals' best interests at heart, starting with the owners and trickling down to the volunteers.
The entire staff, we're a nonprofit, the whole staff and all of our volunteers, the goal is just to get animals homes, or get them into rescues that can give them what they need and then get them to homes, if it's something beyond what we can provide. We have a network of hundreds of foster homes as well. These are people that they bring the dog into their home, and we cover the vet care. They feed, they help promote the dog. They bring the dog to some of our events out within the city, and just try and find them a home.
And if you're looking to join the ACCT,
on our website, which is actphilly.org, you'll see foster and volunteer applications. To volunteer, it's just you come to an orientation. After that, you will be a green level volunteer to handle green level dogs. And it just goes over some basics of care, kind of how things work in the shelter, kind of where you can and can't be, just basic stuff, basic rules to keep everybody safe, and so you know how to help the animals.
make sure to visit the Animal Care and Control Team located on West Hunting Park Avenue in North Philadelphia. For Just Next Door, I'm Miles Williams.
It breaks my heart to see them hurting like that. Anyone interested in volunteering, fostering, or adopting should check out their website, accctphilly.org.
Adopting a dog is a great idea. I know they have a keen sense of smell, they always find their hidden bones, and I wish I had a trait like that because I'm always getting lost here in the city. So a dog would be able to help me find my way.
You're right. The streets can be difficult to navigate sometimes.
Exactly. Street signs can be tough to read and turns can be missed.
Well, if you need help with navigating Philadelphia, then maybe Drexel and LaSalle students could help you with that. Let's check in with our Quizadelphia Phil team to find out which school knows the Philly streets better.
Welcome back to a whole new episode of Quizadelphia, where we're going to test who's smarter, LaSalle students or Drexel students. So let's go. Philly native Will Smith raps about the plateau being where everyone goes. In his song Summertime, what Philadelphia park was he referring to?
I do not know. I can't think of the name.
Battery Park?
Don't ring a bell. I'm just gonna throw it out. Penn Treaty Park.
Bruh.
Fairmount Park.
With Fairmount?
That's right. Fairmount Park.
Girl, that's definitely Fairmount Park.
Fairmount Park. Sedonia?
Bruh.
Fairmount Park. There we go. What famous beer and crab restaurant is located on Packer Avenue near the stadium?
Red Lobster?
Chickies and Pete's.
Is that Chicky and Pete's?
Chickies and Pete's.
That's Chickies and Pete's.
Yes. What street is the Liberty Place located on?
Independence Drive.
Hold on. I gotta remember where the Liberty Place is at. Liberty Place. Oh, what's it? 15th Street, right? 15th and Chestnut? Liberty Place. I'm thinking that one.
Okay. City Hall sits on what two streets?
Part of Broad and part of Market?
Yay!
I don't know. I've never been there. I'm assuming Market because I think everything's on Market.
Okay. How do you spell Susquehanna?
Capital SUSEQHANNA?
SUS, I don't know, COHANA?
SUSQUEHANNA.
Yet another win for the Explorers. They look unstoppable.
Dom, I would go as far as to say that our explorers were like knights out there battling the dragons. Drexel never stood a chance as our knights slayed their dragons.
Don't forget to mention that knowing their way around the city streets of the city was truly a home field advantage for our knights in this battle.
Of course, geography was an advantage for our knights. I mean, explorers, because explorers are never lost.
They may never be lost, but do you think they've ever found their way to the art museum, Ellie?
Of course, they'd be able to find the art museum, but I don't think they know how inexpensive it can be to visit the area. Let's take a look at everything to find around the art museum on today's segment of For the Low.
Now that we're well into November and the weather is getting colder, finding fun for the low in Philadelphia can be more difficult. Luckily, there's the Museum District in the Fairmount section of the Greater Center City, Philadelphia, with a bunch of museums to explore at your leisure. And although the best museums usually cost a bit of cash to enter, Philadelphia's Museum District has a bunch of big-named museums that offer free admission days or pay-as-you-wish days throughout the year. The Philadelphia Museum of Art also offers the most opportunities to explore its exhibitions on a budget. They have pay-what-you-wish days on a weekly basis, one every Wednesday, which happens to be the day of the week that we're shooting. Thanks to the Philadelphia Art Museum for letting us use this footage of the inside to feature for our story. While the Barnes Foundation doesn't offer weekly opportunities for discounts, they do have a bunch of free admission days throughout the year. The last you can check out this year is December 1st, which also happens to fall on a Sunday, so if you'd like to check out the Art Museum and the Barnes Foundation in the same day for free, you're able to do that. The Franklin Institute offers free admission days similarly to the way that the Barnes Foundation does. The next and last free admission day for the Franklin Institute is Monday, November 25th. While this doesn't fall on a Sunday like the Barnes Foundation's free days usually do, the museum itself is still worth taking another day to come and check out. If you are brave enough to bundle up and take on the Museum District this fall and winter, feel free to begin or end your visit with another free opportunity to hang out by the beautiful Logan Square fountain. And if you do feel like spending a small buck since you're saving so much money on free admission days at the museums, there are plenty of places to stop and grab a quick, fast bite to eat or a warm coffee to keep you going while walking around the Museum District.
Wow, those are beautiful cultural hotspots that Philly has to offer. From Logan Square to the Franklin Institute, to explore and see all of it for such a low price, I'll definitely have to check it out sometime.
With all of that touring and walking around, you're sure to build up quite an appetite. How do tacos sound, Ellie?
Tacos? You don't have to tell me twice. Where do you suggest that we could find tacos?
I'm thinking of Jefe Tacos. It's located right on Frankfurt Ave in the Fishtown section of Philly, but about 10 minutes from City Hall. They're very welcoming with their diverse taco options and outdoor seating area. Our team recently had the opportunity to visit and sample the dishes for themselves. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Fishtown, home of the best taco place in Philadelphia. Nestled on the corner of Marlborough Street and Frankfurt Avenue is Jefe Tacos. The eye-catching outdoor seating is just one of the many highlights here at Jefe. Jefe's menu may look confusing at first, but I assure you they have various things to offer, including tacos, burritos, empanadas, quesadillas, as well as several other fantastic sides. Luckily, the crew and I came exactly when they had the brand new specials on the menu, so you know we had to go and check it out.
Just got the double dragon taco, some crispy chicken, honey chipotle glaze. We're about to taste it out.
The crew and I even had the pleasure to talk to someone trying Jefe's most popular item for the first time.
Is this your first time here?
Yeah, I just moved to the area. I thought I'd check it out on the corner.
What did you order?
Fat Man burrito.
What's on that?
Got pickled jalapenos. I think it's pulled pork. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Jonathan was so excited to eat the Fat Man that we were unable to get his opinion on it, so I knew that I had to taste it for myself, and I was not disappointed. Jefe's Tacos is open Sunday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Friday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Don't hesitate and come get your Jefe Taco today. For all your taco necessities, I'm Greg Austin, signing off.
Now those look like tacos that don't suck. They have me sold. I might have to take a trip there today. It's hard to top their great prices and food.
Their tacos definitely look tasty, Ellie. And with hours as late as 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, there should be plenty of time to sample all of their concessions. I hope you don't mind if I tag along.
Not at all. Everyone should have the opportunity to visit Jefe Tacos, as they were voted to the Philadelphia Magazine's Best Philly in 2016. Now, speaking of tasty, you just reminded me of another great spot not too far from here called Euros. It's a popular spot for Philadelphians to get some authentic Greek food.
Greek food? That sounds delicious too. Hero, grilled meats, hummus. What else am I forgetting, Ellie?
Well, why don't we take a closer look at their menu? I had something in my throat the whole time.
What's up, everybody? We here on Broad and South, and we're going to the famous Greek grill Euros to try out some food.
As we observed in the kitchen, many delicious dishes were made. The staff set a table for us in the dining room with 2 different types of gyros, Greek salad, zucchini fries, feta sticks, and even a traditional Greek soda. Before we sat to eat, Evie, who works there, asked us for a favor. Evie wanted us to judge between Greece's northern and southern version of the gyro. Both looking extremely appetizing, so you know I was up for the challenge.
See, we're always confused about that, and we have this rivalry, and we think we have the best gyro, they think they have the best gyro, so we're gonna let you decide which one is the best.
This one is interesting, just because I feel like it depends on your taste. So I could eat this at a ball game, I feel like. This is incredible. The fries, the meat, and actually the vegetables. You can taste the protein, but it's still amazing. So.
After the crew and I ate, I made a tough decision and chose the southern gyro over the northern gyro. For more opinions, we talked to Philly native AJ and his father visiting out of town, Scott.
Absolutely recommend. Very convenient, it's fast, delicious, affordable, and great staff. Very friendly. If you don't know what to order, or it's not a food you usually eat, just ask the question, and staff's always directed me in the right way, and I don't think there's anything bad on the menu.
When I'm back in town, I'll be back here. I had the classic. It was excellent.
So I enjoyed my time here at Euros, where I tried the classic Euro and the Salonica Euro. The classic being from south and the Salonica being from north. Then I got to try other delicacies such as the classic Greek salad and also the feta sticks with the orange sauce, which was amazing, along with the zucchini fries, which is a brand new experience for me. Thanks for joining us on Just Next Door, and we're signing off from Euros, the Greek restaurant.
Wow, first tacos, now Greek food? That's a decision I never want to make.
You said it. I didn't eat before this show. I didn't eat before we began the show, and I'm starving. So I could go for some euros.
I found their menu and products to be unique, almost as unique and creative as I find different movie genres.
Movies can be a lot of fun. My favorite genre are horror movies, and I have always wondered what goes into the production of those movies. So on the other side of this break, we will be welcoming the founder of Dark Humor Entertainment.
You won't want to miss a thing, so stay right where you're at, and you'll be right back on Just Next Door.
Kind of lost to an egg.
An egg?
An egg.
How does a general lose to an egg?
The internet's to an egg.
You know, there is a show for that. It's called Backstage Pass.
Did you see the new library plan?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're doing stuff in the library.
Huh. In the library?
Yeah.
The new library.
You know, there is a show for that called LTV News, where the action never stops.
I wonder how the basketball team is.
You know, there is a show for that called Sports Live.
So are you a Carson Wentz or Nick Foles guy?
More of a Nate Sudfeld type.
Oh, really? Interesting. Wonder where we can hear about Philly sports.
You know, there's a show for that called Sports Talk Philadelphia.
You like Family Feud?
Yeah.
You like all shows like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if LaSalle has a show like that. That'd be kind of cool.
There is a show for that called Q&A.
I really wish that we could just like display our talents.
Yeah, me too.
There is a show for that called Explorers Got Talent.
All this and more on LaSalle TV.
According to statistics, 40 million adults suffer from depression or anxiety. 1 in 4 college students are affected by this as well. You never know who is going through something, so you should always be kind to one another. A little kindness can go a long way. It might even save a life.
Welcome back to Just Next Door here in Philadelphia. We enjoy viewing horror films, but we may not know what goes into the full production of the film behind the scenes. In terms of creating an entirely new branded movie company and getting a full cast and crew together.
Well, today we have someone here who does those types of things. Dark Humor Entertainment entails those types of characteristics, and today we are humbled to welcome the founder of their company. Here with us is the founder, Matthew Warby.
How are you, Matthew? Thanks for joining us today.
I am doing great. Thank you so much, guys. This is truly an honor.
Thank you.
So, start off with a few questions here. How did you originally get into the filmmaking business?
Well, I always loved film, and it wasn't until high school, actually, that I wrote my first script with my best friend and also partner, Zay Rodriguez.
Oh, all right.
Well, how did Dark Humor Entertainment come to be for you?
It's always been a passion. I love film. I actually love making film. And during probably Arisen, we always wanted to make our own film company, but no one really knew how. Everybody kind of got scared or kind of didn't know the direction they wanted to take, and I just kind of was like, I'm just going to do it. And I put everything I had into it, and that's how Dark Humor was born.
With fear and nerves in place, what do you expect for each of your crew members and people on the movie What do you expect for them to get out of it, and what do you expect for them to do in order to make the film as great as it could be?
Honestly, they just gotta love what they do. We are all passionate. We all love filming. As long as you have that love and actually passion, that's honestly probably the only thing that you really need. Preparation is always a must, but honestly, it's all about just passion and loving what you do and just going out there and just, making a film.
What are the productions that you had a chance in creating, and could you elaborate on some of them?
Yeah, of course. We got Arisen, which was our major first feature film. That's our baby. We always love it. We have a sequel, Arisen Revelations. I always mess up that one. We got Unexpected. That's a short horror. That's a short horror movie. We also have Saturday the 14th. That's another short horror film. So I got a couple under my belt.
Okay, wow, impressive.
With all the movies that you create, are you ever looking for young cast members or crew members, possibly college students, interns? And if so, how would they be able to contact you and find the company?
Always. I'm always looking to work with everybody, anyone. As long as you're passionate and you want to get into the business, you want to learn about it, I'm going to do everything that I can. You can go to our website, darkhumorentertainment.com, and you can contact us there, and we'll get back to you within a few minutes, up to about 24 hours.
Wow, quick.
Could you describe what goes into making a film, from assembling a team actor to crew shooting or the editing process?
Yeah, of course. First, every great film starts with a great script, but I consider script a semi-blueprint. I don't consider scripts set in stone, so scripts are always changing. Finding the right cinematographer, it is a must. Finding the right director, those two people, finding the right ones is like absolutely. Everybody else could be molded more or less, but finding the right director that could capture that vision that you wrote, capturing that cinematographer that could capture that vision that you wrote on camera, and having them work together is a definitely must.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah, it's
on the point of view from the production team, I know confidentiality plays a huge role, but for the audience, are there any teasers or any new upcoming films that you could share with us?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have Arisen Revelations. That's our sequel to our hit feature film, Arisen. Our teaser trailer is on our YouTube website. The official trailer is still being worked on, but you can expect that later on at the end of the month, hopefully. Unexpected also is in post-production. That will be out around February 2020.
What made you interested in production?
I always like behind the scenes. Anybody that watches movies, they have those special features. I spend probably more time watching the special features on how they make the films more than watching the films themselves.
Yeah.
So I just love the behind the scenes. I love improvising. I just love the whole process.
How would you see Dark Humor's reputation as of now, and how would you want it to be for the future?
I want people to see Dark Humor as a stepping stone. I worked with so many great actors. I love working with actors, but I see them as people that want to make this into their career. They just either didn't know how or don't have the platform. I want Dark Humor to be that platform, to be that stepping stone, so that way when they see that film, they know that that film is going to be seen by as many people as possible to help their career take off.
What do you usually look for in the setting of a movie? Any specific specifications, such as who the actor may be, their demographics, or maybe what the setting of the location, or anything in particular?
I try to make the settings fit the actor. Sometimes the actor fits the actual setting, but I always try to make sure that one, the actors are local based, just for the fact that I love Philadelphia and I want people to see Philadelphia talent. I try to make my characters as gender fluent and neutral as possible. I don't like to set characters in stone, so that way, if we have to make changes behind the scenes, it'll be as easy as possible. But for some characters, I have to make them either male or female or Hispanic, white, black. But I try to make it as
Diverse.
fluid as
Exactly.
diverse as possible.
Right. What steps did you take to get where you are? Any iconic and noteworthy stepping stones that got you to where you are today?
Dedication, hard work, and just doing it. Don't let fear stop you from actually doing it. I wanted to make dark humor, and I made it happen just by doing it. If I just stopped, I was never gonna do it. I try not to let fear stop me.
Well, we appreciate your time here, and I hope our audience learned a lot about dark humor and the film industry today, and we'd like to thank you for being on the show.
I would like to thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. Don't forget to check us out on social media. You can find us on Twitter at LaSalle TV Philly or follow us on Instagram at LaSalle TV. We would love to hear your comments and suggestions. I'm Don Vesper.
And I'm Eliani Cruz. For the rest of the crew here at LaSalle TV, we hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Just Next Door. I really